Good afternoon. Yes, that's right. This time it's the afternoon. Time to give my thoughts on my Specialized S-Works SL7. I bought this bike back in 2021, like in November, and I think it took me 3 months to actually get the parts all together. And I had this bike set up mechanical. Mechanical can't be super record. I'll do the can't be super record as a separate video, in-depth review and my thoughts after riding this. So 3 years, and I think I've got about 5,000 miles a year. So far the bike's been great. There is a note that, this is a full-on race bike. And the handling is not going to be like your stable. I'm thinking of a BMC team machine, where the geometry is a little bit more relaxed, and maybe like a Specialized Diverge. Some of those geometries are a little bit more relaxed. And this bike is stiff. It's not as stiff as my old Cervelo R3 SL. That's actually why I bought this bike, because the geometry was very similar to that R3 SL, and it was finally time to upgrade to something aero because of the wind that never ends out here outside of Austin. And I'll just give my thoughts overall and show you up close how the mechanical shifting is integrated into the complete internal routing. And I like the way Specialized does their cable routing. The only other note is I did upgrade these handlebars to the new integrated bars, and Specialized is good with that because they don't run the cabling inside the stem like some of the other brands. But we'll give a bunch of up close shots. We'll throw the bike up on the scale also to get an accurate weight. I can't remember. I think it's under 16 pounds. And then we'll talk about the wheels and what I got on there. All right, got the bike in the scale. 15 pounds, 11 ounces, 7.12 kilograms. And that's with bottle cages, and I have a pump mount, a mini pump mount. I also I swapped the original handlebars to the integrated Specialized bars, but lowered the stem, and it's just so hard taking all that apart. I just haven't felt like doing it to make the cap be flush. And then here you can see how the shift cables enter into the frame. There's two of these headset caps. One doesn't have any holes for wireless shifting, and then the one for mechanical shifting. And there's enough space in that headset bearing sleeve to the cables just go full length down through the frame, and it just comes right out, the drop out, the rear chainstay in the back. So that's one complete cable the whole way. And then the has like a little plug that comes up through the frame. So that's just like a cable stop right there. The cable just wraps around the bottom of the bottom bracket and just comes right up into the frame. And then I'm running the Campagnolo Bora Ultra 45s. These are the newest versions that are a little bit wider, and they are much, much better in crosswinds. And once again, the freewheel just glides. Even on rides, when I'm out with my friends, some of the other guys are heavier than me, and this bike flies down the hills. I just get it, just coasting, I'll pass them. And I'll flip the bike over to show you how the cables, the brake cables and the shifter cables. All right, we'll get a close-up of the derailleurs on the bike and the brakes. I mean, it is a very beefy derailleur, not as big as the SRAM. Put my fingers in there. The SRAM stuff is huge. And I did upgrade the chain, anti-chain dropper. Then my hoods are ready to be replaced again. No crashes, just from laying the bike on the ground. And the calipers are pretty beefy. And here's where you can see that you make the connection down here at the caliper, not up at the lever. That makes it difficult installing. And here's the rear. You know, of course, Campy has to do the big lever with a big logo. Funny. All right, here's the bike flipped over so we can get a look at how the cables come out of the handlebars and into the frame. So I couldn't get the shift cables through the handlebars, so I just ran them underneath. But I like how Specialized does this with the brake lines. There's just like an opening inside the headset spacer, so you don't, it's got to be a lot easier for mechanics assembling this bike. And I just taped the shift cables underneath the bar because I just couldn't get them through there. It was just way too hard. And they're gonna come out anyway, so I don't, at my age racing, I don't race. I don't think my little bit of aero disadvantage is gonna matter. But it's a great bike, great wheels. I'm running the same thing as my Athos, these Corsa Pro 30Cs. Just love the way cotton tires ride. And these are tubeless, and these wheels are the same as the Hyperons. You don't need a rim strip on the Campy wheels to run tubeless. And these Colt ceramic bearings, or it's probably just the bearing races, are so smooth that the wheels just glide and glide. Well, I hope that was a helpful video. Hope I covered everything, didn't miss anything. If I did, just leave comments down below and I'll make another video. So until next time, thanks for watching. Ciao, ciao.